Welcome back to another episode of the Reckless Wiz podcast. If this is your first time listening, this is a podcast where we get reckless and whiz, I guess. I don't know. I never know how to start these. Got special guests in the house, but we have co-host Lily Lopez. Hey. We got Dante Martinez. Hello. We got Kane.
What's up, everybody?
And we have a very special guest today. We have Setareh.
What's good?
Hey, Setareh's in the house. Yeah. Setareh is a comedian that's was based out of Dallas, but recently, in the last few months, moved to New York, and we're just here to just kind of catch up and talk about it. How does it feel to be back home for a little bit?
I love it. I love being back, but it's also weird because, like, being back, I don't feel like I'm who I was when I left.
Which was how long ago?
Like 6 weeks ago. So
Life
it's really
comes at you fast,
right? It's very trippy. I'm like, who was she? But like, it's my home, it's my people, but like I'm not the same. So that's like a little trippy.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be back. Like it feels really good to just be with my family and friends and have that back again.
Yeah, definitely. Did it feel anything like a little boot camp, like just to go away, go experience New York for? I mean, you're going right back because you leave it.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but I want to stay. But I have to go back. I'm gonna go back.
Do you remember having like that first cry or whatever that you were there and you're like, God damn, I made a fucking mistake?
No, I did that for like the first whole month. I cried every night at the park on the swings. I was like, fuck, I need to go. Why did I do this?
At night?
You felt like you made a mistake?
Yeah, no, yeah, I did. I still, I felt like I made a mistake. I still low-key feel like did I make the right move?
I hear that first year is the hardest. Like a year, you got to take a year to even not have to think about what trains you jump on and that kind of thing, right?
No, that's like that. I haven't been getting lost as much anymore.
That's awesome. I think too, 6 weeks in, like that's such a normal feeling, and you know, you're not coming back permanently, and that's always an option. But like you can give it more than 6 weeks. You can do hard things. But it's also like just adjusting to something new is huge.
I think moving into an apartment 2 blocks away would take more adjusting than 6 weeks.
Right.
So a whole different city. That's
and just a whole nother scene too.
Yeah.
Because you're out there with the intention of doing stand up.
Yeah, like I just went there to do stand up, but that whole that's a whole nother aspect. You could like being in a new city, not being around family, not being around friends, but like having to start almost feels like starting over in that area is like so overwhelming.
Yeah, because you're like at the back of the line, kind of in a sense, right? You gotta like start. It's like starting over. Yeah,
it does feel like starting over, but at the same time, it feels good because it feels like a fresh start. You know, I'm like, okay, I know this is gonna serve me in a good way. I just need to ride this tough wave.
Like you had a going away party too, though, right? Like
I did, dude. People showed up. They donated money. So like, whenever I thought about coming back, I was like, it's gonna be like I'm a scammer.
Yeah.
I'm back, y'all.
I took all y'all's money, I was in New York for 6 weeks.
That money don't last for shit.
You come back with like a gold tooth.
You went to New York, and Vegas?
That was a nice little vacation. Thank you guys for funding that.
Well,
that's crazy.
So what has been like the biggest difference between just going from this city to that city? You don't have a car, first off, right?
I don't have a car. I'd be walking everywhere, riding the public transport. But the biggest difference, I would say, is like the vibe. Like in New York, it's so alive. There's so much life happening. Like you just live so much more life than here. Because here, if you think about it, we're just at home, right? And then whenever we want to get somewhere, we get in our car. We're not interacting with that many humans. We're not seeing that much of life. But in New York, you're seeing all these different people. You're seeing all these different ethnicities. Everybody just meshing. We're just living life. And I love that. Feels so alive.
Their life. This is what they're doing. It's not touristy at all. It's just like an eclectic group of people.
And then you're seeing like people interact. You see people fight. You see people have different conversations. And I'd be eavesdropping. And like, it's just inspiring, to just be like, to see that much of humanity in this space. I love it. I feel like I'm inside. I feel like I'm watching a movie live, all the time.
I think the people of New York talk too disrespectfully for me to move there. Even if it's like in a joking way, I wouldn't like that.
That's so, it would take me 6 weeks to like just not feel my feelings are getting hurt.
Oh, bro, the amount of times I cried over, it's rude to like look at people there, like, because sometimes I see like I see pretty people, I'm like, like, you know, or like someone with a cool outfit, it's like subconscious. I think I look, but they don't like that. They don't like you to like.
No, that's where the term like Southern hospitality comes
yeah,
from.
like
And
in the South, you're like, hi.
I think I feel like I could be that. I can be very like whatever, you know, like I'm about my business right now. Not wanting to interact or anything, like just it sounds peaceful, but it also sounds kind of isolating. But if I had to switch back and forth, I feel like I could.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to be on a more, you know, neighborly, Southern
That's not the
vibe.
though. Over here, you see people, you're like, hi, you smile. Over there, you do that, you get punched.
Yeah.
You're like, bitch, what you looking at?
I listened to a podcast. This dude, he was from New York, grew up in New York, but he went to college in Atlanta. And he said, like, his first week there, that some dude was like, hey, man, I like your shoes. And he was like, well, what's up then? You know, like, he's like, I thought the dude was trying to rob me. And he was like, no, I just like them. Like, he goes, we don't do compliments in New York.
Man, I do love New York, though. Like, everybody is dressed so nice out there. I mean, isn't it the fashion capital of the world?
Yeah, I don't know. I still dress like a bum. Like, I don't.
I think it'd be like Paris or like
Yeah, I was
Milan
gonna
or
say,
something.
I thought it was like Milan.
Yeah.
I don't know. There'd be some
Yeah,
people dripped out there for sure.
Have you had a chopped cheese yet?
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's overhyped. It's
Oh,
literally
really?
just like a cheeseburger.
It's just a burger chopped up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all it is.
Have you
Bacon,
seen
egg,
a
and
lot of
cheese.
rats?
Hell.
Actually, not as much, or not in Brooklyn. Like, I really like not as many rats and roaches as I thought. Like, it's a lot cleaner than I thought. Because 2 years ago, I stayed in the Lower East Side for like 2 months, and I was seeing like rats and roaches every night. But this year, like, it's been pretty clean in Brooklyn. So
Are you like gonna like get registered over there? Like, well, not like registered to vote and stuff? Because I know that dude Mamdani is like.
yeah, we're
gonna be
good now. You
nominated.
know, we got a
Like,
brown man.
It's like a big deal.
Well,
like,
that means he still has to win.
he won the primary.
He got
to run
the,
as
the
Democrat.
nomination.
Bro,
yeah.
imagine like they deport him.
They're fighting.
I know.
They're
I thought that ICE was gonna
fighting
pick that
to get there.
motherfucker up.
They
No,
don't,
they've
they
been
don't want him
hinting
out
at
We
it.
there.
joke, but it's like scary. I mean, the whole I can't help but laugh, but it's very disturbing. The Rosie O'Donnell thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Trump's trying to get her deported.
Rosie
He said-
O'Donnell?
Yeah.
Where, back
He
to
said
fucking
she's-
Brooklyn? Where's she from?
he
lives
said
in
back to
Ireland.
Ireland.
She lives in Ireland right now, I think. He's just
Okay.
trying to revoke her citizenship. or
something like that.
okay.
Revoke her
Yeah,
citizenship.
because she like left. She left the country when he got elected. I think.
He said that
Maybe
about
before.
Elon too, right when they got into the breakup.
All of them, but it's
Their
also like, dang, that's crazy.
He was like, yeah, Elon, alligator Alcatraz could use.
Yeah, white face looking at motherfucker that's behind the fucking gate.
A
Crazy.
South African.
Honestly.
But I saw this thing today about the. How do you pronounce his name?
Zoran
Mamdani?
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 Yeah.
Like, they were talking about how back when, you know, they always say, like, the Democrats always are like, vote blue no matter what, even if you don't, you know.
Yeah.
But with him, they're like, nah, don't vote for him.
They're like, well, let's think about it. You know.
like the way they did Bernie, you know. 'cause they
They're
were
like,
saying,
actually, let's see his birth
they
certificate.
were like shaming people wanting to vote for
Yeah, 'cause
Bernie.
regular
during the-
Democrats are actually just old conservative
Right.
Republicans.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that.
Well, they
this
don't
guy
want
is
you
too far
leaning too left. Yeah,
Yeah, this
that was
guy's-
the problem with Bernie.
Yeah, you start talking about universal child care.
Yeah.
You know.
They're like, whoa.
It's because a lot of the Democrats or whatever are still part of like a what is it called it's like the liberal where like you still care about the bottom line.
Yeah,
Neoliberalism,
neoliberal, yeah.
And it's just they don't want actual change.
Yeah, they're still heavy on the military things
Right.
like that. You know,
When when it actually comes down to like an actual like democratic socialism, they're not for that.
oh yeah, it scares it because it scares the establishment that they
Yeah.
all still benefit from. I don't know if we wanted to get too political talking about it, but it's kind of hard not to right now.
Right.
Well, I know.
Especially
I
because
mean,
New York is like, well, where everybody's watching New York for that reason. It's not like if he can get elected in New York, a whole bunch of other people can start
Right.
popping up in different cities, and that's why they're so scared. Right?
Yeah, they don't
did you
want
guys
that.
see Love Island? Not
No.
to get so
No.
political,
No.
but
We were talking about it before the show. We never seen it.
I had
you
never
brought
seen
up,
it
right?
myself.
I've never seen it.
But
I
a
haven't
little
seen
over
it.
a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I was like, you know what? Let me see if everyone's talking about it. I want to see what's going on. So I started watching, and by episode like 9 or 10, I was like, we're not getting anywhere. And then I looked, and there were 30 plus episodes.
Oh,
And I was like,
Damn, is
okay,
it
let
that
me
many?
watch them all. And I watched them all up until the finale. I watched the finale and then went to bed like at 1 a.m. right on the finale day because I didn't want to be spoiled. Oh, I didn't want it spoiled for me, but it was really a win for Latinos when they're trying to deport us all, 65 million of us. Amaya, Papaya, and her man, I think his name was Brian, who cares? But they won.
What are they
Mexican?
win?
They won.
What do they
Dominican
win, though?
Republic.
Oh, but Latinos?
Dominican and... Yeah, Latinos. I don't know. Puerto Rican, the other guy. I don't know.
What did they win though?
$50,000 each, and true love forever, perhaps.
Oh, so they won each other.
If they
And
last.
they seem to one. They seem to really like each other and appreciate each
Do
other.
these couples
And let's
last
see.
from like other
Who
seasons?
knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna let myself be optimistic about it. But what I wanted to say about that was like it was really just culture shifting for one, but to get America to vote on a daily, almost weekly basis for eliminations and stuff, if we could just mobilize America to like care about their basic human rights, even half as much as they care about Love is Blind USA, oh my gosh, we could really change the world.
Yeah,
And
that's if our vote matters. But yeah,
why can't we
Yeah.
vote by text by now already? You know, like
Literally make it fun.
No, that's a
someone
horrible
would hack
idea.
it. Yeah,
309
Exactly.
for fucking
Everything's a
shit come out.
production anyway. I really feel like this is such an act. The world is
The world is ran
Donald
by
Trump's
Israel.
stage.
I don't know that.
it was
Cut
just
that
like
out.
it's no. Leave
I don't
that
wanna
in.
get killed.
I'll say it. The world's ran by Israel.
yo. Some of us are gainfully employed.
Yeah, including me.
Yeah, wasn't somebody like just got arrested or something for saying something about how can I live in America and burn an American flag, but if I burn an Israeli flag,
Yeah.
they're gonna come looking for me or something like that.
Tucker
That dude got,
Carlson
like,
was talking
what
about
was that?
this.
Oh wow,
There's
terrible
something like
person
that.
made a great point.
He's been making
No,
a
he's
lot
been
of great
making
points.
a
Like,
lot of
I
sense.
think really a glitch in the
Yeah.
Bro,
matrix
Candace too.
because
Candace Owens. She's been also speaking like facts.
MAGA's
I know.
turning.
I hate when like
It's
I
scary.
agree
Turning.
with someone
Yeah.
I can't stand. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, I
But
did
yes,
when
enemy
when I
of my
saw
enemy.
Tucker doing that interview with Ted Cruz. I was like, I hate you, but this is good.
Yeah.
No, but like, yeah, I don't know. When we were talking about like not trying to get political, it is tough not to get political because like all of our existence in this room is very political. Like at any
real.
moment, they could like knock down the door and be like, all y'all deported.
No, and they could.
True. And we are all extremely political, just in general, too.
Yeah.
Or at least I know
Oh, will
we
be.
all had deep conversations about this, and even before this, I was talking to a friend about to do the podcast, and he was like, "Hey, you shouldn't talk about politics as much." And I was like, "The fuck? Like, how can I not? Like,
Yeah,
it's really hard
on
to
my
talk.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it affects everything, and so much so that I'm like, should I move out of the country? Like, it's starting to become more of an option. I'm like, damn, should
So
I
many
leave?
people
Like,
thinking
fascism
that.
Yeah,
But where would you move?
Right?
to Mexico.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the only option,
so-
right?
Yeah, I can get dual citizenship because my mom's
Right.
born in Mexico.
Yeah,
So.
and I understand that, but then when I think about it too, it's like with Mexico, it's like yes, they're more progressive in the fact that they have a woman president, but also she's Jewish. So how does she feel about Israel?
She's probably.
Oh, she's been calling out.
Yeah,
has
I mean,
she?
you could be
Yeah.
Jewish and not.
There's a
be
lot of Jewish people that are
pro-fucking
very,
Zionist.
yeah,
I think it's
Muslims,
literally just our country not calling out the atrocities.
It is just America, really.
That's
I
good.
mean, there's a
I'm
lot
glad
of
they're doing
other
that.
countries, I'm sure, where there's just some.
No,
Even
she's
Israelis
really.
fucking-
She really seems like she's worth moving for.
Man, y'all follow We Are the Peace? I think it's their Instagram where they're the ones that they post a lot of the stuff that's happening in Palestine with all those babies that are like real malnourished because they won't even allow them to take the formula in there. It's just like I don't know how somebody can see that stuff and
Right.
Yeah,
still.
honestly, and we don't have to talk about it because it's like the point is the point. Well, we
for
don't.
45 minutes, dude.
But the thing is the point, like we're done making the point. The point is
True, yeah.
made.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you a wrecked human being,
Yeah.
or are you like seeing this for real?
That's also one of the things too where I worry about with the Mamdani thing, where it's like, hey, this guy literally got elected, right?
you
to
see
run.
that,
and if they can just go in and like keep
Bro,
him,
if that
prevent him
happens,
from doing that, that means
if
it
something
never really did
happens
matter.
to
anyway.
Mamdani, there's gonna be a revolution.
Oh,
Because that's when
Yeah.
people are going to truly wake up and realize this is not a free country. This is not a country ran
I think
by its own laws.
I think people should have woke up to that. I mean, many times, but the most recent thing I can think of is like Elon Musk himself donating $260 million to a
buying the
campaign.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, how is that okay for us? if anyone could just donate whatever amount of money they have in their pocket.
Because that's free expression. That's what do they say? That's how they Citizens United fucking won that shit because they said it's fucking freedom of speech. It's a form of speech unto itself. Donating.
Yeah, that's why those super PACs became a big thing. What do they call it? Soft money. All that money that all these corporations put into to this entire party, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not like him putting up that much money from his own individual whatever person that he is, sole proprietor, I guess. That's ridiculous. But it's always happened. This has always been something that happens. It's just they're so blatant with it now. Like they're just like in our face
obvious
about it.
It's been, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just really fucked up because the little person, like doesn't really have that opportunity. And the money that I give money, like $5 a month comes out of my account to go to help out. I don't want to give specific candidate.
Yeah,
right
you don't
now,
have to.
But you know,
you help in whatever way you can. Yeah. You know, I love Cruz.
Come on, Cruzy, you can change it, baby.
He's got vacations to go on, man. You
I
got
buy new tires for Greg Abbott's wheelchair every month.
but I'm saying it's like, hey, we have to like. It's like we got to start being like hardcore on our research side of things too, about like just like basic level stuff, lower level stuff too, you know, like local elections and things like that, which we do.
Yeah,
have local
we
elections
have to educate ourselves because public school didn't do it.
Yeah, and they're trying to shut down the school
so read your
department.
books while you can. And I this is an act of a revolutionary act. You know what? Like an act of resistance is going to the library.
Yeah,
you know, definitely. Instead of like a big bookstore or go to a local bookstore and buy books and read them.
Everyone should get a library card. If you get a Dallas Public Library card, you get also free access to Libby, which has audio books.
And Hoopla and that motherfucker.
Yeah, and Hoopla.
And that's most like city libraries.
CDs and not CDs, but like music.
I think so. Yeah. I went to the public library by my house maybe almost a year ago, and I just registered through them. They gave me a free card. It gives you access to all those websites. Everything's free.
Yeah, you can do that over Audify Spay.
Yeah.
And if you look up porn in the library, they don't really trip that hard.
It's their computers, their IP. Well, you can't do that in Texas.
I like to think about that stuff because too, I'm like, yeah, we're cooked, but there's stuff we could be doing on a community level, like mutual aid, planting seeds, literally, planting your own food to grow and sharing it with your neighbors. You know, having chickens and producing eggs and sharing that with your neighbors,
or knowing your neighbors, just
knowing your neighbors, dude.
Hey,
that's huge.
Are your neighbors gonna drop a dime on you if fucking ICE comes around, or you know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna be like, are they gonna give them information about you?
When was the last time you made your neighbor a banana bread?
Hey, like, do you even know who your neighbors are?
Oh man, what was this on that I saw?
I do.
Or did I read it somewhere? I don't know. We consume so much shit now that I don't even remember exact sources, but I know that I saw
that's
this
what
somewhere.
they want. That's why TikTok and Instagram reels are
Yeah,
a
how much
thing.
is everyone's screen time at the end of the week?
This might be real though, but like, wait, hold on. Like, they were talking about like us becoming a convenience culture, right?
Yeah.
Once things started becoming too convenient, we started looking at asking somebody as burdensome, like, hey, can I have a cup of sugar, when I could just get on DoorDash and be like, hey, let me just order my own shit.
Yeah.
It's like, they make it seem like common courtesy should be me, I should just go get my own sugar. It's all like, hey, it's just a cup of sugar.
I know,
kind of
like,
thing.
yeah.
It's like we should become okay with
That's where we lost the abundance mindset.
And we lose humanity that way as well.
Right?
Yeah,
and that's like a very American society thing, because in Iran, neighbors got each other. Like, if my mom is cooking something, we don't got eggs. Like, you go next door. There's like, here's some eggs.
And even the way stuff is set up, like delivery, no contact.
Right?
Leave it at the door. Don't look at me.
I don't even want to look at you. Yeah.
Ew.
I've been doing DoorDash lately to like try to get some extra money, and it just always bothers. Like the other night, I went and delivered to this big ass gated community, big ass fucking house.
Such a to do to even get in.
And like, it's two little white boys had ordered some, and not to say that, you know, them being white is a bad thing, but it's just like, to me it was like they were just so rich. It's like, this is a humongous ass, this is like a mansion.
Yeah.
And there was another guy who pulled up at like the same time that I did, and he was delivering DoorDash also. And one of the little white boys, they both didn't have no shirts on. They had to be maybe under 10 years old. And one of them was like, hey, are you Julio? I was like, nah. He's like, oh, you must be my brother's DoorDash. And they both ordered two separate DoorDashes. And me and the two guys, and the guy who was delivering was this old ass Mexican dude. And I was like, man, what the fuck?
Bro, they were racing y'all.
Maybe, bro.
Shit.
I don't know what the ultra rich people
You won
do,
him
bro.
a bet.
What neighborhood was it in?
It was in Frisco.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, they're rich
Yeah.
out there.
It was a big ass fucking house too. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I bet the driveway was crazy wide and big.
Yeah, well, I was trying to joke with the security guard because you had to go to a security guard to even get into the thing.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she asked for my license, and I was like, do any famous people live here? And she just looked at me and just kept writing.
I think Tony Romo bought his property, just the land.
Ew, even an HOA takes away from community
Yeah.
because it's like you have to buy in instead of like showing up with your cup of sugar when someone doesn't have a cup of sugar at home.
Oh yeah, the HOA
But-
like
You get fined.
I wanted to bring it back to, or just like round out that point because I have been seeing this, like once someone does it, it becomes like everyone does their version of the same like TikTok or reel or something. So the thing that's been popping up a lot lately for me is like the cost of community is inconvenience. And it's like showing up when someone needs help moving or showing up when, you know, when someone's like loved one passes and people start like a meal train or a baby's born and we start a meal train. Like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff is community building and connection, which is like the opposite of what we're constantly being fed, like
There was
through
like
convenience. And
There's like a documentary on, I think it's on Netflix, where it's talking about like when the world stopped bowling or something like that. Have you seen that?
no, but that sounds
It was
dope.
like based off of some book. Have you seen that one?
I've seen like the little trailer or whatever.
Yeah, some guy who wrote a book about like once we stopped like joining each other in clubs and things like that, where we all slowly started like
like bowling leagues.
yeah, bowling leagues
Yeah.
and things like that. I don't want to go into it too much because I don't really remember it like that, but I do remember it being pretty fascinating. So if y'all want to look that up, it's
Yeah.
bowling
Oh, yeah.
something on Netflix, I think.
What is it called again? When we stopped?
I can't really remember the name of it. It would be so easy to look up, but I don't want to like look it up right now.
Yeah.
I feel like if you Google those words,
Yeah.
it was based off a book, I
Comment
think.
comment
Yeah.
if you know
Yeah.
the doc.
And comment below your favorite Bowling for Soup album.
Yeah. Or watch Bowling for Columbine. Also, I think that's
Oh,
is that a Michael
shoot.
Moore movie?
I think it is Michael Moore. Yeah.
Is that the gun one?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first like really publicized
We're talking about, what was
school
it?
shootings
Yeah,
in
the
America.
Aurora.
It was my
I
favorite school
remember.
Jesus.
Tom.
It was one of the first ones, right? The
Yeah,
big
it's a
ones,
classic
like
one.
high
It was
school.
one of the
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
like
OGs,
most,
the
yeah.
OGs.
No, but you know what? Joking aside, because that's fucked up, Dante.
All right, hey, the world's fucked up.
True. True. I think of the Columbine, what is it, massacre or shooting, as I think of it when I was in middle school because we had a book fair, and I bought a book about that school shooting at the
shit.
school book fair, dude, in middle school. And here I was reading it, where like I don't know, I was weird because I had a little like, I'm over it now, but like a serial killer phase and just like true crime phase and like
Pre-trend,
as a younger.
ahead of your time.
I was ahead of my time, and now I'm loving life. I won't watch scary movies anymore. I'm like, wake up,
How
look
old were you?
around.
When you said you read it?
This was middle school. I was like I was seventh grade.
Because I remember, like, on the first episode that we started doing in here, that you said something about you were trying to hold on to your childhood as long as you could. So you didn't even watch Daria or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I bet, like, reading something like that kind of fucked up your head a little bit because these are kids.
I know,
Basically,
right?
that are
Yeah,
getting
I
shot
think-
up.
Where's Waldo and the fucking
That was
Columbine
literally
shooting?
like sixth grade, and then seventh grade. I was like, "What about this shooting?
You got radicalized.
I must know everything about this."
You read Animal Farm over the summer.
Let's go around and talk about what radicalized us. Dante, what radicalized you, bro?
Man, when I was a kid, probably like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
I started to say that. I was like, yeah, this is fucked up.
Rage is
Simulation's
back,
all
baby.
fucked up. I can't believe myself.
What about you, Kane?
Honestly, Trump getting elected in 2016. I was
Real.
fresh out of high school.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say one silver lining that came from Trump's first presidency was a lot of people my age kind of got forced into being political because that was the
Yeah.
first time like it was like in our face. And so like almost everyone I know from that time period like got radicalized at that point.
What about you?
Oh gosh, I wish.
Columbine book.
Well, maybe. When did I get radical? You know, maybe sometime. Actually, I was just thinking of this too. It was such a huge moment in my life. I was studying broadcast journalism in undergrad, and I had like all this stuff going on. Like I was the TV station manager. I was like really building up my resume, and then I had emceed and like organized a whole event for like my college, right? And then so this lady was introduced. I was introduced to her because she was previously like a big broadcaster, like Katie Couric's coming up with Katie Couric at the same time, like her competition in the 90s. But then she moved back to where I was from and where I went to college to like help out with family or whatever. And anyway, I got introduced to her, and the first thing she said to me was, I was just like, I've been wanting to meet you. I'm so interested in becoming a broadcast journalist or like a reporter and you know, being on camera and writing stories, XYZ. And the first thing out of her mouth was, well, this natural look isn't going to work for you.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I think from then I was like, I'm not going to give up my life to be told what I'm supposed to say on camera and have to look perfect. Because at my core, I'm a silly bitch. And I don't know. I think if I had gone down that route, I would be so like not chill and just like very career.
And fighting against the thing that
Yes,
is so unnatural
it would be.
to you,
I would
too.
literally probably be ill, like making myself sick, not being true to myself.
Sometimes I feel like that's how a lot of these people that go hardcore conservative really are. Maybe they had these certain beliefs, and once they realize that the establishment kind of controls everything, that they try to go the other route. Kind of like we were talking about Tucker Carlson. All of a sudden he had a fucking change of heart or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
maybe
he's just like
He's
seeing-
following the money. Fuck him.
that's true too. He's following the money.
Yeah,
but
this is probably part of a whole scheme too. It's like,
Yeah,
what's
Well,
that
he-
play?
sure.
I think what it
That's
is
what-
he got
yeah, that's
fired
what's
from
hard
Fox,
about it.
so now he's just angry.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'll show you. You know, I'll expose all your hypocrisy."
really hates
Yeah.
No, because he's a piece. He's said some fucking really fucked up
Yeah.
shit in the past. And
Oh, awful things. His dad was a piece of shit too.
He
Yeah.
was paid to push hatred and racism and division.
Oh, and then not to. We're getting into the cheese, man. Because I was about to bring up Andrew Schultz, but we don't have to go there.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, this guy is backpedaling now about like, this is not what I voted for, and I'm like, this is exactly what you were paid
This
to.
is what he was selling. motherfucker.
Yeah,
What are
this
you
is what
talking
you were
about?
paid
Andrew
to
Schultz, get the
sell.
Fuck out of here.
And we
I heard
all
he jerked off to Tucker Carlson, by the way, too. That's what I heard.
okay, well, down.
TikTok's
Yeah.
crazy.
But no, I think
what's your algorithm?
My For You page is something I've cultivated.
That's what's
with a lot of-
radicalizing me right
A
now.
lot of hard
Yeah.
His algorithm.
but man, yeah, to get off of politics though, how were your shows when you got back to Dallas?
What radicalized you?
Yo, this is such a like
Well,
a
yeah, I wanted to give it to
sharp
you
turn.
and talk with you about that. Yeah,
How did I get radicalized?
Yeah, literally.
Nobody- Well, I got radicalized at a young age. I was 10. I was in Iran, and it's when Iran was having revolutions against the government, and like there were protests, and my dad would take me to these protests as a kid.
Hell
And there was like
yeah.
the government shooting people
Oh,
and like shooting tear gas into the crowd, and I would like see this as a kid and like constantly like, you know, see like that's what really revolutionized me, radicalized me as a kid.
and also probably made you a revolutionary at heart.
Yes.
You're like, man, I gotta get the fuck out
Yeah.
of this situation, which is crazy because now you live here, and then you're
And I'm
realizing the
seeing it.
hypocrisy here
I'm
too.
seeing
Yeah.
it go like a similar route, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did I bring that shit with me here?
Yeah.
It followed you.
Yeah, the bad luck.
Oh man, there was a. I don't know if it
I
was a
think
Chris
it's just
Estrada joke.
what they do.
But he had, maybe it was a joke that he was telling me that somebody else said about Iran and the United States like kind of being the same, except over there they have a president, but then they have somebody called the supreme leader above them. they're like, yeah, they have democracy, but then it's like, no, we have the supreme leader.
That's how
you know?
witch covens have a supreme.
The corporations are the supreme leaders.
Basically, they use religion to control the people, but the religion is just like, you know, a tool that they're using to. They basically all the laws are based on religion. Even if people
sounds like an awful lot like what's happening right now in Texas.
Make you study the Quran in school. Like same thing, kind of starting to happen
the
here.
Ten Commandments. I think they have to do it in public schools now. I want to say that got
in
passed,
Texas.
right?
Yeah,
in Texas,
and now they're trying to gerrymander the fuck out of it even more.
In Texas, I know they make you do like a certain prayer in school, which is crazy. Yeah,
really.
They also make you pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance to Texas.
When they say supreme leader, it makes me think of like a delicious, like a sandwich with like everything on it.
A supreme, you
Olives,
better be
onions,
all that shit.
Oil.
You better be talking something delicious
Some
today.
Yeah, they do it Jimmy's way, or what is it
I
called?
don't want to hear it if
Jimmy
it doesn't
John's
taste good.
Mike's way. Yeah,
I think
Jersey Mike's.
Radicalization happens as a spark, and then it leads to other things. So, like, just that the experience happening to you probably led to a whole nother way of just looking at other things.
Oh, I
too.
see exactly how it
you
changed
at a
my
young
whole
age.
trajectory.
That's tough to go to a protest at that young of an age and see stuff like that. I'm sure that also, whether we admit it or not, things like that definitely give us trauma. It takes us a long time.
100%.
Yeah, like
to
change your
get
DNA.
out of it.
Because like in Iran, you can't criticize the government, right? And like my parents would always tell me, like, yo, if you say anything against the government in school, they're gonna come take us. So in school, I always had to like be very cautious, like be very aware, and like it was this like the school is a constant state of brainwash, and like they're all like it's such a trip. It's so traumatizing.
It's tough. That's how they get it. That's how
Your sovereignty is really at stake.
I guess the way I felt like I got very radicalized.
The way he glosses over it.
They're kind of tied together a little bit. First off, Rage Against the Machine, listening to it at a young age, my cousin being like, yo, put this shit on. And it was that album, the one that had Testify on there. It was like right around the Bush.
I think it's the self-titled
first
album.
one, the year 2000, that election when Bush won, right?
That's the one with the monk that set himself on fire on the cover?
No, that's the
one
That's
after?
the very first one.
Okay.
I think it's the third one after that. It's the one that had...
Was the Battle of Los Angeles?
Yeah, the Battle of Los Angeles
yeah.
on it. He had shown me that album, but it was also because the election was happening at the time. It was Bush and Kerry. I was really young, but I remember listening to him like, hell yeah, like he's like, yeah, man, fuck the government. It's just, like he's like they don't have your best interests at heart, but also radicalizing in an educational way wasn't until I went to school at UTA where I took this class, and I remember this teacher talking to us about post-colonial stuff.
Yeah,
and it was very heavy on the like, why aren't y'all fucking mad? She's like, they're stripping everything from y'all. She's like, young people have become so docile, dude. She was being so passionate about it. She's like, y'all's brains have become malleable. You're letting everything control y'all. They are taking everything from y'all. And then she went into just talking about colonialism in South Africa and how they basically just stripped all. They basically went into, once they found out Africa had all these minerals and the gold and all that diamonds and shit, they just went in there, all of a sudden created a problem over there.
Right.
And went colonized the area, stripped them from their languages, and they implemented their European Western way of thinking and stuff. They colonized, right? They're imperialists. But the way they did it, the most important thing was the blackboard is what she kept like emphasizing. She's like, they will do it in the educational system. They will fucking get you at that level as a kid,
right,
to start getting you in that mindset. And that shit is starting to happen here more and more when they start to control.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of connected to what you're talking about.
Brainwash, it is. It's very all connected.
Well, yeah, if they control how you think from this age, by the time you're adult, they already have you.
Like, think about the structure of the schools and like a school day. You're in school for 8 hours a day. They're basically training you to do that your whole life.
School to prison.
Yeah.
The pipelines. And also just school to fucking go to work a regular job.
Work a regular job.
Good,
get in debt.
Yeah, no, don't
Your
unionize.
purpose is
Don't
to
talk
be a
too
good
much.
employee. Yeah, our biggest, I think our biggest battle right now is having control of our own minds and really recognizing too. I started recognizing this first term 2016. I felt, and also I think for a couple of years I was like, just it's too much information, too much being online, too much being hunched over. I felt like this is bad for me, and I think a lot of people do this where they'll take time away from their phone or this or that. Or like last night even, I left my phone charging in the kitchen and that felt great. But I hadn't done that in a long time. I kept it kind of far. But at some point I was like, oh shoot, I need to meditate and go to therapy and like touch grass.
Right.
And kids don't know that. I worry so much about like, even I think about my nephew all the time. I'm like, he has parents who don't love getting outside. So he's inside a lot, and he's an only child. So I'm like, I want him to go on more play dates, and he does here and there. But also, like, when I spend time with him, I want to be outside or taking him to an experience, so he's not trying to watch TV or like an iPad or be playing with toys inside. You know, like, we even I don't know why or when I did this, but we were back at my mom's house, my parents' house, maybe a year or so ago, and we played a game where we just went around to every tree on the property, which my dad planted all those trees like 35 plus, almost 40 years ago.
Big ass trees now.
Big trees. But we played a game where we went and hugged every single tree, and now we do that. And that's like him... Ooh, not to be like we're tree huggers, but it is actually so important to connect with nature and to like acknowledge nature as being a part of our natural existence.
I think on another episode about that, you're like, I just want to tell people to go touch grass, and like that night I went home and smoked a lot of weed.
You're like, I don't just want to touch it, I want to breathe it. I'm gonna breathe it.
This is fake, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, let me touch some
Wait a minute,
plastic.
You gotta know the difference. I
want to get back to something you said earlier about Rage Against the Machine. Mexican band. Zach De La Rocha, he's the lead singer. I think he's from like Mexico City or Guadalajara, something like that. There's a video performance where he performed with Los Tigres del Norte.
Oh yeah. Now he's a Mexican American.
Yeah.
I think he's from Irvine, California.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying his like family.
They immigrated from Mexico City?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's also like half Mexican, half like native something. I don't know what.
Same with Deftones. Deftones are a Mexican band.
So is what's that?
That's
Mars
right.
Volta and those guys?
Yeah.
Aren't they El Paso or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicano
At
Batman.
At the drive-in, I think they're El Paso.
Oh, yeah. Marco Antonio Solis, you know that guy?
Why does the name sound so
Jesus
familiar?
Castillo, he's a singer too.
Yeah, I know him.
You know he got hosts?
He does got hosts. Without even trying, man. Shout out to my boy Jesus. Hopefully we have you on soon.
But back to the social media thing, I think you don't realize how much you're addicted to your phone and how much control it has over you till you try to like become aware of like, yo, this is how much time I'm spending, and you try to like take a break, and that's when you realize like how addicted you are. Because I tried that. I was like, I'm gonna take a break from my phone. I want to take a break from social media. I want to be more aware. And the amount of times that I would open it and be on it like subconsciously, and I'll be like, what, yo, when did I do this? And then I would realize
people are literally addicted. We're not calling it what it is, but most people are addicted to their phone. It's like another limb.
And they don't even realize because they never have even thought about like taking a little break or
Well, and there aren't commercials for that.
It's the new cigarettes.
No,
it's so much worse because it's controlling your brain. It's fucking up your attention span.
We cured boredom. Any little draw in the day, you just reach for your phone.
Instead of getting creative and being like, oh, I can cure my own boredom by creating art or exploring that thing I wanted to explore.
If you're sitting in the car and it's too quiet, you'll pull out your phone. Like everyone does it, and I was reading
and that's
somewhere.
been that's what I'm saying. It's been a big practice of mine to like actually like silence or or be outside and really like I'm listening to the birds and being present. There's even a meditation that like one of the first things my therapist like 10 years ago shared with me. It's like a meditation where you name 5 things you can see. You use all your senses. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things I think you can touch.
Yeah.
Or like 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can touch or feel, and then like 1 thing you can taste.
I like how we all started looking around the room.
I know.
When I first found out I had anxiety, I read that online.
And it's a practice of presence, and ultimately people do not know how to be present. They're like,
totally.
I don't have something distracting me right now. Let me pull out my phone.
it's become so addictive, and I compare it to, and I'm not sure I'm not the first one to compare it to cigarettes, because there's a new term called fubbing. Have you heard of that?
Fubbing.
It means when you're spending so much
Why
time.
does it sound wet?
It does sound kind of nasty, but like it's called fubbing. It means when you prioritize screen time over time with your loved ones, partners.
Where you
So like
are?
when you're around, like say if right now Dante was on his phone as we're all just having a
Right.
conversation. If this wasn't a podcast, he's
Are you
fubbing us right
Are you
now.
fubbing me right
I
now?
fuck my loved ones like
He
crazy.
does
yo.
fub a lot.
I'll say this though. I know on Sundays, you know, when they say you went on your phone for 7 hours and 52 minutes this week per day or whatever, you know, like that on average.
Yeah.
Yeah, screen
I see that, I'm
time.
like, I can get those numbers up. Every
Yeah,
time I see that, they're like, you challenging me
I thought
right
you were
now?
gonna say
Do you
on
have your
Sunday you were
screen time
fubbing in
on?
church.
I
Where it
think
tells
it
you?
gives me a report. Yeah.
Do you know
I
what
hate
you like
looking at
average
that.
every week?
No, not
Mine's
really.
getting worse and
What-
worse.
what
It
is your
makes me
number?
feel so
About-
guilty.
Mine's like at
Yeah.
9.5 hours a
Ooh,
day.
making me feel good. What about you? You know your number?
Easily 10.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Mine, I
It's
think,
so bad.
is between 7 and 8 or 9. I'm thinking.
Well, mine's up there too because at work I'll like put on a movie as I'm working, and so it'll just be on. So I'm like, well, that's 2 hours a day right there.
The number did go down when I reactivated my YouTube Premium again.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening.
Right.
on-
You can close the
Yo.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
should do that.
I have a habit of getting on and immediately going to either Instagram or TikTok, just like automatically. And
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? And I did do a 2-week cleanse where I didn't get on like a few months ago, and I'm still talking about it because it was a big deal for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, the first few days, I was like, oh man, I'm just so used to get on my
Right?
phone. But then I realized I wasn't getting on my phone. But also, we do work where our business is on there.
Literally,
So I gotta
that's
put
what
content
yeah,
on there,
that's
gets
the
me like
sucky
hooked.
part.
so it is about putting limits on there,
Mm-hmm.
and also phone addiction is a real thing. That's why it's also like you got to use it to your advantage. Like I recently, and this is just something I started doing this week, where I changed my picture to my to-do list. So every time I look at it, and I created a mantra that says
good.
one step at a time, one task at a time, progress, not perfection. So every
Dang.
time I see it, I at least see that.
Yeah.
And maybe subconsciously I start getting it. And I've been more
Love
productive
it.
this week just for that, from just doing that.
That's
but
smart.
I do need to go on a cleanse for that, because fubbing is a real thing. And I've noticed that I bring it back to the smoking thing, where it's like, I'm doing it around my kid, and I feel like he's competing with the phone with me. And
Yes, I
he's just,
hate to see it.
he's just so like wants to just be around and just like play and do stuff, and I'm just like, hold on, I got to do this. And then the other day, we got
hits
him
me
this
in my
little computer thing, and he's like, oh, I'm on my phone, and he's like acting like he's on his phone. It's just like having a play cigarette,
Right.
So there's secondhand, like a secondhand smoke type of thing.
Ugh.
So I'm just like, I need to be more conscientious of it.
Yes.
And I can't imagine if you don't have a kid doing that too, because I feel like if I was by myself all the time, I'd just be like,
I feel like that with my dog
All the
sometimes.
fucking
Where like I'm in bed and I'll be on my phone,
I
and
feel
he'll be
that
looking
way
at me
too.
like,
you fubbing your dog,
My
bro?
cat would
Yeah.
just put her little paw on my
Yeah,
face.
no, my cat does that too. Where like I'll be on my phone scrolling, and then she would like put her head on my hand.
yeah.
Now I feel like such a bad mom. Like
Yeah.
I'm so
That's how my dog
neglectful.
is too.
Put
I'll
it
be on my phone. He'll put his
down.
head like underneath, like
Stop
That's
fubbing your loved ones.
Yeah.
that's a moment where this divine little creature is like, hey,
Right?
Yeah.
Interrupt
You know what
me.
I
be with
did?
me.
I got my
Be
cat a
with me.
phone.
Be with me like I'm with you when
Right.
you
They
need me
started
to
making
be.
reels
Right.
together.
But I don't think so, because if my dog had a phone, he'd be doing that to me too.
You think he'd be fubbing you?
Oh yeah, for sure. He'd be looking at like treats on his phone.
Fucking algorithm is just fucked, dude. It's
Yeah.
just like a whole bunch of weird stuff on there.
But yeah, if you take anything from this episode, let it be being aware of how much you're fobbing, how much you're spending time scrolling.
Yeah, quit fubbing around.
With fubbing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like also,
Try to
Fub
take a
on
little
my
break,
nub.
see how that makes you feel. Take 2 hours off, see how that feels.
and also I know we said we don't want to get too political, but I'm gonna say something to my
But
friend.
I want
They-
to
they-
again.
they-
That's the name of the episode. Not too political.
And this is also part of what radicalized me too when I started doing stand up. A friend of mine, Dante Martinez, not this one. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a whole
This
other
Dante
Dante? I was
Martinez.
like, what?
When I started doing comedy, I remember having this conversation. You probably don't even remember. I remember having this conversation with you, and I was like, man, I want to start talking about some stuff on stage, like. You know, when you're really early on, you're just like, man, I want to try to do some like some revolutionary shit. And I was like, I don't know if I should talk about politics or not. And Dante goes, fuck that. I wear my politics on my sleeve. And I remember that always stuck with me. I was like, man, you know what? That's some real shit right there.
If
Because
you can wear your politic on your
you
sleeve,
have to. So I endorse my congresswoman, who is Jasmine Crockett, who's running for Senate.
hell yeah.
So please
I
look
love
into her.
her.
Yeah, please vote for Jasmine Crockett.
And we are hopefully,
queen, my next
hopefully I can
pres.
get y'all to say yes, that we can try to help with some sort of canvassing or campaigning.
Oh, I would
Oh,
love
fuck
to
yeah.
fundraise for her.
Because it starts at the grassroots movement, even
Knock
if it's just us
doors.
talking
George
about it.
Wallace did that for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, at
I think you told me that you met.
Yeah,
y'all
that's
met
the
him,
day
right?
that
Yeah,
we met
with
her.
George Wallace.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's how
She
we met
was
George
there?
Wallace. Yeah, she was the one that put it together.
Yeah, because she's also
Jasmine Crockett put a.
She put a comedy show together at DCC.
Oh, wow.
George Wallace
headlined.
headlined it, and it was all the funds went to Kamala's presidency
Let's
fund.
try to get Jasmine
Kamala.
Crockett on here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna email
that'd be
her.
sick,
Yeah, I will fly
I'm gonna
back
email
for
her.
that.
'Cause
Hell yeah.
She's y'all know
So cool.
Worthy cause.
Eddie Bernice Johnson was my congresswoman first, and then she passed away, unfortunately. And then Jasmine Crockett
Did they
became the
kill her?
congresswoman. She died after complications during surgery, which is strange.
Complications during
Yeah.
surgery.
It was something like that.
Sounds like what happened to
So-
Michael.
And in the last few years, Jasmine Crockett's been like making like some waves in Congress and these videos and like. So
Yeah.
now she's trying to like run for Senate, I believe. I want to say she's like at the front run as a Democrat
Oh,
against
that'd be
John
so
Cornyn, who's a
badass.
piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
And so
I think
yeah,
she
if
has a
there's something that we
real
can do at this point,
chance.
especially in Texas, like Texas motherfuckers
That's why
gotta
they're
start standing up for Texas
gerrymandering
motherfuckers.
this. That's
know?
why they're trying to redistrict.
Gerrymandering. How the
Redraw
fuck
these
is that
lines.
legal?
I know it should not be. I actually don't think it is like the way they do it, but they're like, well, it's
Well, they
kind of
control
legal.
the
So
courts.
yeah, exactly.
There's so many
Anyway.
like old like laws that I'm like, why are we still doing that?
Let's
like,
move on to something lighter, like religion.
Well, we actually have to cut off soon because I know we're running out of time.
Let's
I just
end
wanna
on
say,
that. Good
literally.
note.
One law that not law, but one thing I do think is dumb that they do in government is like the filibuster. I'm like, how the fuck is that allowed? We're like, I'm gonna talk for 13 hours until all y'all get tired.
Somebody has a change of heart. Or
Yeah.
something, maybe.
They never do.
And then no one's paying attention because everyone's just like, do they have a diaper?
Yeah.
That's why
I'm
they
just
start hitting the
wondering.
vape. Have y'all seen them hit the Benjamin and the fucking Congress? They're like, yeah, what?
The Penn
There's so many
Franklin?
clips of like, yeah, these politicians hitting the pen.
What side? Both?
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, that's
Wow.
funny.
Man, that's strange. But I think they do it too. So, like, if it's a fucked up bill, they're like, hey, y'all need to read and hear everything.
Yeah.
Or they'll give a long ass speech or some shit like that. But lately, it feels like it's weirdly performative for the people that are
performative.
doing it in order to get, some more of that funding that Democrat money.
What y'all think about the Epstein list? The Epstein list being non-existent.
Another thing that it's like, why are we even talking about this? We all know
Yeah.
who's on
Dude,
it.
I read that court filing 2 days ago. I was reading it. I was like, let me see what's going on, and it sent me down a rabbit hole. But man,
Dante's like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of
I,
this.
I want to find out, dog. But I read that shit, and
Those flight logs.
like what? Because like in 2016, Trump and Epstein were in a case together. They got sued by a girl that they allegedly raped, and over the course of like 6 months and shit.
Yeah.
And like she was saying some of the stuff he said. I saw her deposition after that. I was like, looked up that YouTube. It was just like linked to the thing, and I was like, man, the shit she was saying then about. Because Trump said, you're lucky to have your cherry popped by Donald Trump instead of a
Ew.
14-year-old.
God damn.
And,
fuck.
and she's like, well, what if I get pregnant? And he's like, bitch, get an abortion. And like threw money at her. He said that shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, that sounds like some shit Trump would say. But she was saying that shit before we knew how he spoke. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So
you're
obvious.
lucky you got your cherry popped by Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah.
Like, I was like, that is a Donald Trump sentence right there.
Yeah, it's
so
very
many videos.
narcissistic.
There's so many videos of him out there saying some
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
shit.
I
Where he's
know.
talking like
Dante.
Lindsay Lohan with
Look
Howard
at them
Stern.
old ass fucking
Bro, he
Howard
talked
Stern.
about his own daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, or those Howard Stern interviews he used to be on. That motherfucker used to say some wild shit on
Creepy
there,
ass
bro.
shit, dude.
Dante was reading all the court filings and he saw his name. He was like, what the fuck?
Imagine us talking about somebody who's about to turn 18 on the podcast right now, and it just being such a casual thing to talk about. That's what he was doing about Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, yeah.
with Howard Stern, and these guys are already had to be pushing 50 years old. You know?
yeah, dude.
It was just such a common thing apparently, and it's they
was a
they
mental
normalized
health
it. That generation really
crisis.
normalized it for them at the time. Man,
Gross.
it's heavy stuff. Have y'all seen that movie
Gross.
Blink Twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's based on the Epstein
Yeah.
Island.
Wait, what is it? about?
Blink Twice. It was directed by Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it stars, what's his name?
I have a feeling that movie is based on a lot of truth.
Yeah, and then when they pull out all those Polaroids and shit, I was like, man, is that why Polaroids were invented? So they can take
It was a
pictures
sex
of
trafficking
fucking
movie.
shit? I don't know. It's,
So basically, this the plot of the movie is like they take like this billionaire guy who's like handsome and cool, and like he takes all these women to his island to like have fun, right? And everybody's having such a blast. But what's happening is like every night they rape and beat all these women, but then there's this like plant on that island that makes them forget everything. So the next day they all go back to like thinking they're living like a happy normal life.
They just think they're like
on this-
hungover from like
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
But the perfume that they give them has like that plant in it that makes them forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And,
plant.
Yeah, if y'all want to watch the movie, because it's
I don't want to give away the rest of it, but
It's
yeah.
such a good movie. I've
But
seen
it's
it
a
like
very fucked up-
twice,
it's a
and I
very
never
fucked
see
up
like I
movie.
don't watch
I've
movies
seen
twice.
it a couple times too. My sister has seen it like 17 times. I'm not even
damn.
kidding.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
she just loves that movie.
me and
If y'all want to watch it, I'm sure she'll host a movie night.
What?
well, me and-
Yeah, be down.
me and my wife had a date night where we're like, my kid was at my mom's house and we just had the house to ourselves. All right, hell yeah, we're about to have like a night. We got some wine, we got some takeout, some good takeout, we got some steaks, and we're like, let's watch a movie. And she's like, well, I heard this movie's pretty good, and we put that movie on, and it just killed the entire vibe for the rest of the night. I was like, blink twice if you don't want to have sex tonight. Because the ultimate boner killer, but very
Yeah.
like,
How are you
Yeah,
gonna
how you
cuddle
gonna
after
fuck it
that?
after that?
It was
You
like-
know?
oh,
How are you gonna foreplay after all
it
that?
was horrible.
Yo,
but the
you
movie's-
want me to wipe your
Yeah.
wife your memory?
I was like, oh, this is not good.
You're like hiding the perfume you bought
I
her.
was like, why didn't we watch Nosferatu? It was between that and Nosferatu.
Yeah, you
I was
Oh,
like,
Nosferatu would have. No, you would have definitely got laid watching Nosferatu.
yeah,
That's a
Horny
horny
vamps.
vampire movie. Everyone go watch that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
I saw it on Christmas.
Yeah, damn it. All right, well, hopefully we can have you back on the podcast as soon as possible so we could have a more lighthearted conversation.
Yeah, I'll be
this
back.
one was nice and heavy, as it should be sometimes when you talk about these conversations. You know, we got some laughs and shit in, but I
Yeah,
still
we
think
ended it
was
on a
fun
good
time.
like
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Next time we'll talk about The Substance.
that's another fucked up movie.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen that one.
Oh, you
No,
gotta
that
watch
was gross, dude. That
It's
was nasty.
grotesque.
Let's do an episode where we just talk about a movie, kind of like where we talked about maybe doing a podcast where we just specific episode for a movie or something
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh, give
you
us
know?
a movie.
Yeah, put in the
audience.
comments below
Yeah,
what
what
movie
y'all
we
want to
should talk about.
I'll fly in for that episode.
Hell yeah.
I'll come back to
Depending
Texas.
on the movie.
Man, I just want to be back in Texas. Give me a reason.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being on the podcast. If you want to
you.
plug your social media where people can
Follow
follow
me
you.
on Instagram, Setareh Comedy, SCTAREH Comedy. That's all I care about, my IG. Just follow me there.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
And
Nice.
I think we're going to post this in a couple of weeks, but July 30th, I'm going to be at the Addison Improv headlining
Hell
a
yeah.
show there. I'm going to be recording my headlining set, so y'all come check it out. Follow everybody on their social media.
Yes. Ooh, come check me out in Houston, Lafayette, and New Orleans on August. I think it's 6th through 9th. Opening for Marcella Arguello, my
Hell yeah.
girl.
Shout out Marcella. We're going to have her on here, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll be
Fuck yeah.
great.
And I will be in Lowell, Arkansas, August 1st and 2nd, opening for Derek Stroup at the Grove.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, and I got booked in a play, so I'll be doing some theater.
Come on,
In
theater.
August, what's up? I'm gonna act like someone else
Where at?
at the Ochre House Theater in Dallas, Texas.
Nice. And follow them all on
Yeah,
their
and
social
I'm gonna
medias.
be at the PIT in New York on July 19th. So I doubt it's
Yeah.
gonna come out.
Well, it might come out before then. I
Yeah,
think,
so come out to the PIT New York.
Fuck yeah.
Already. Well, we appreciate y'all listening and keep tuning in and keep looking at the stars. That's a good catchphrase, right?
Yeah.
But was it the catchphrase? I don't know. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.